Hey guys, this is Mark Hutten with AdultAsperger'sChat.com, and today I wanted to talk to those individuals with Asperger's syndrome, or high functioning autism as we call it. And I want to say up front that you are probably stronger than you realize. I don't think you've given yourself enough credit. What I mean by that is you've gone through some tough times that typical people may not have had to go through. For example, since you have this thing called Asperger's syndrome, you have probably been bullied, teased, ridiculed, rejected, ostracized. Maybe when you were a child you really wanted friends desperately, but however you went about trying to make and keep friends maybe turned them off. And so you grew up without having many friends, and you learned to basically just entertain yourself. It's not surprising if at some point you just decided, the heck with trying to make friends, I'll just go over here and do my own thing and just live a solitary life. You may have had a love relationship that didn't work out. Let's say you had a girlfriend that you really adored, and for whatever reason it didn't work out, and it broke your heart that it didn't work out. And so you just decided, I'm not going to try this love thing anymore. I'm just going to live my life by myself, and I'm not about to try to fall in love again. You may have tried to go on to college, and that didn't work out for some reason. So you end up back home with mom and dad again. You may have had a job that you didn't like and were bullied in the workplace. You may have been fired. You may have quit. With the disorder comes anxiety. So it's very common for people with Asperger's syndrome to be high anxiety, and they've been that way their entire life. That also brings on board depression. And usually Asperger's syndrome doesn't travel alone. There's usually other comorbid conditions along with that. Social skills deficits for one. In fact, you could think of Asperger's syndrome or high functioning autism as a deficit in social skills. It is a developmental disorder, right? So that simply means that your social emotional brain hasn't developed as much as a neurotypical mind has, someone without the disorder. So chronologically, maybe you're 35 years old, for example, but emotionally you may be more like an older teenager in the emotional and social sense. And that's not to ridicule or criticize. That's not your fault. You wouldn't blame yourself if you had diabetes. So why would you blame yourself if you have a developmental disorder? You have certain deficits. Let's call it what it is. You want to use the term challenges? Fine. But you also have way more strengths than challenges. You no doubt have a special interest that you're very, very good at, probably better than anybody else, or at least most other people would not be as good as what you do well. So when you do something well, you do it really well. So what I'd like for you to do is make a list of all the bad shit that happened to you over your lifetime. Literally, go back in time and list all the things that hurt, all the things that were disturbing, all the things that made you who you are today. And the point of this exercise is not to go back and feel sorry for yourself, and this is my short list, by the way. It's not meant for you to go back and feel sorry for yourself and to stir up resentment and grudges and, oh, poor me, and I've had it so tough. What it is to make a list, a visual list, and you're probably a very visual person too, right? So you're going to make a list of all the very hurtful things that you experienced so that you can look at this list and go, you know what? I made it through all of this, and I'm still standing. So evidently, I'm stronger than I thought I was. Evidently, I've not been giving myself enough credit. And let's say you have a problem later today or tomorrow. You can go, you know what? If I made it through all of this, this new problem that's coming up is, I'll get through that too. So you're stronger than you realize. And you're more resilient than you realize, and you have developed emotional muscles that typical people may have not developed, just by virtue of the challenges, extra struggles, trials and tribulations that you've had to go through to cope with this disorder. So things happen for a reason. You're stronger as a result of it. So this video is wrapping up right now, so what I want you to do is go get a piece of paper or type it on a Word document in your computer and just take 5-10 minutes and list some of the really hard shit that you've had to go through, and realize that if you made it through that, you can easily make it through the the next trivial thing that's going to happen later this afternoon. Okay? We'll talk to you again soon, guys.